Namaste yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for watching today. So for today's practice, if you can, bring your mat close to the wall and maybe have that short end near the wall. You can also have the mat near to your couch or have a chair. And for props, you want to have, as always, 2 blankets handy. You can have 3 blankets if you wish. And your strap just in case, and a pillow or a bolster. Those of you who have blocks at home and you want to use them, you're welcome to gather that as well. And it's better to have more props and then not using them, that's needing them and then have to go and find them. So just have whatever you know you like using in your practice. To get on the wall, we are going to have one of the blankets and fold it, make just a little bit of a noodle. Not even a noodle, it's like a flat noodle, I don't know, like something like this. It's just some support for your back. Have that on your lumbar spine and have the other blanket or cushion nearby so that you can allow your head to be supported if needed. Then go ahead and scoop your bum as close to the wall as you can, next to your mat, not right on it. And then extend your bottom arm onto the mat and roll your body up so that your legs are right on the wall. Here we go. You are welcome to scoop your body closer to the wall so that your buttocks touch it. But if you find that that is too much, you are always welcome to move your body away from the wall. You can also have your knees bent, so really checking in what works for you. You can lift your body, watch for your neck to adjust your blanket. So you want the blanket on the lumbar spine so that you feel your tailbone dropping. You don't want to pinch on your back. And once more, if you find that your head is dropping, have a blanket under the head. You can make a little noodle. Bring your arms out to the sides at a goal pose posture. If you want to get even more comfortable and you have your bolster or if you have a pillow, another option, really nice, is to have that pillow under the knees like we would do on the floor. Then go ahead and close your eyes once you find the posture that will work for you the best. Actually, I quite like this one, so I'll stay here. And you can move your body side to side. Notice if your tailbone is actually touching the floor. If it's not, you can make your blanket a little bit thinner so that the curvature of your spine is not too deep and you still are able to release yourself onto the floor. Close your eyes, bring the awareness down to your feet. And relax your toes, relax your foot soles, relax the top of your feet, relax your ankles, relax your lower legs, soften your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your glutes. Allow your hips to be heavy. Let your shoulders be heavy. Maybe move your head side to side. Just making sure that you find that perfect spot at the back of your head, supporting your neck into alignment with the rest of the spine. If you need to make any adjustments with your shoulders and blades, go ahead. Keep your facial muscles relaxed, your hands and fingers relaxed, and then allow your breath to flow freely. Breathing in through your nostrils, rising. Breathing out through your nostrils, falling. Expand as you inhale Release as you exhale. Inhala. Exhala. Inhale. Exhale. Rising. Falling. Rising. Falling. Sube. Baja. I'll leave you to it. Don't let your mind wander. So if you like mantras, today's mantra is about freedom and peace for all beings. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Continue at your own pace. We'll take one more breath like this. If you're repeating your mantras, you inhale and exhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Go back to your normal breath. Move your arms out to the sides at a T position, extending the elbows, adjusting the shoulders. If you need to take your bolster or pillow out of the way, you're welcome to do that. If you're quite comfortable here, then you can stay here. If your blanket is not comfortable anymore, you can also move it. The props are just there to support you. Nothing has to be this way or that way. Let your body guide you. When you're ready and as you exhale, hold onto your opposite elbows. And some of you might actually bring the center of your hands right at the center of the elbows. If that doesn't feel comfortable, hold on to the forearms, hold on to the wrists. Shoulders drop into its sockets. Keep your neck soft and relaxed. And as you take your next exhalation, allow your elbows to drop to the left. And it's a gentle stretch through the right shoulder. No need to touch the floor. Don't rotate your torso to aim for the floor. The next time you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, elbows to the other side. Close your eyes. Inhale, center, continue to alternate. And maybe in your mind, repeat your mantra for freedom and peace for all beings, including yourself, of course. Loka samasta Bhavantu. As you exhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As you inhale, continue at your own pace, maybe repeating the mantra in your mind. As the asana, the mantras are also optional. If there is any other technique that helps you to anchor your mind, you can go for it. You started moving the elbows to the left, so when you return to center from the right, release your hands on the floor. Take a few moments and observe. Don't let your mind wander. If you have a prop under your knees, you are welcome to take it. Unless it's just your chair, you can stay there. If you're on the wall, you can take your pillow out of the way, maybe extend your legs, see how that feels on your legs. If you are on your chair, you can scoop your body a little bit away from the chair so that your heels are still resting on the chair, but your knees are not anymore. Your shins, not the other ones, your calves are not there anymore. Now when you're ready, bend your knees and bring your foot soles on the wall, or if you're on the chair, your heels are on the chair. And as you exhale, bring your foot soles to touch and allow your knees to flare. Now, we are not going to push the knees anywhere. We're just going to let the body sink into this pose. Your arms can stay comfortably by your side. Some of you might want a deeper extension through the sides of the body. So you are welcome to reach your arms to the upper corners of the mat or even overhead. Maybe go on to Hakini Mudra. So the tips of your fingers and thumbs touch, like if you were holding a ball in between the hands, and then reach your hands overhead. This is not comfortable for everybody, so that's okay. You can rest your hands in any other position. If you want to work with a mudra, you may go into Gyan Mudra. That's another option. And so just allowing your body to sink. If you're on the wall and your feet want to go a little lower, you can let them do that. I'm just trying to let go. If you want to work with Hakini Mudra, but you don't like your arms extending back, you can rest your Hakini Mudra right on your tummy or your below the navel or higher on your chest. Play around until you find the one that works for you. We're gonna take one more breath here, full deep breath. And when you are ready, bring your knees together. You can extend your legs if you're on the wall. Bring your hands by your sides. Take a few moments and watch your breath. Bend your knees and move on to your favorite side. And once you get there, bring your arm with you. Take a few moments, observe. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. And from here, I'm just going to take that noodle and bring yourself a little higher on the mat. So you want your noodle between your hip and your rib cage. Have your blanket maybe under your head. And maybe have your bolster on the right side of the mat. You're gonna lay on your right shoulder, your right hip, bending your knees. And then make sure that you have that blanket between the hip and the rib cage. You can fold your other blanket to have it under the head. And from here, extend the bottom leg, so your right leg, and bend your left knee, putting your pillow or bolster under that leg. Some of you might want to bring the knee all the way down onto the floor, no pillow, and that's okay, you can do that too. But sometimes that pinches on the hip, and this is a more, a gentler approach, and you can have something there to support you. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Perfect. So from here, once you have your knee bent, move your hands down towards the knee. I'm going to work with the left arm first. So as you inhale, with your left arm, circle your arm. Your fingertips may not touch the floor. When your arm is in line with your ear, maybe hold the breath if you practice that. If not, just as you inhale, reach to the top And when you exhale, rotate your torso towards the sky. Continue to circle your arm behind you. Your palm might faces down now, and go all the way down towards your hip, towards your glute. Reverse the circle as you inhale. Palm faces up again. Notice the full rotation of that shoulder joint. Back to center. Reach back whether you hold Kumbhaka or not. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together. So your hand can be in front of your chest. Some of you will bring the hand all the way down towards the knee, even touching the knee. We're going to do 4 more circles on your own. Inhale. And reach. And when you're ready to exhale, if you're holding Kumbhaka, circle all the way behind you. Maybe hold at the bottom. When you're ready to inhale, reverse the circle. This is a big stretch for your shoulders, so move really gently. Don't force your fingertips onto the floor. Don't force your breath. Don't put pressure on your eyes or temples. If you are repeating your mantra with each breath, add the counting. By that I mean 2 more rounds. On your last half moon shoulder circle, find a stretch that works for you. Some of you will stay in line with the ear, with the arm in line with the ear, reaching back. Some of you might go on to rotation and find a place that works for the shoulder. So it's not the most intense stretch, just the better, the most comfortable one. And you stay there, relax, and watch your breath. You may take 5 deep breaths with your mantra, repeating in your mind if you are using the mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As you inhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As you exhale, 4 more breaths. On your next inhalation, conclude your circle on your own breath, circling back to center. And once here on your side, you can stack your knees, and you may have your bolster still between your knees. Relax on your side. Don't let your mind wander. Maybe go back to your breath. 5 breaths, maybe with your mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. When you finish your rounds, go back to your normal breath. You're gonna use your top hand to very mindfully move yourself on, push yourself up. So top hand on the floor, and exhale, push yourself up. Awesome. We're gonna take the bolster and pass it to the other side, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So laying on your left shoulder and hip. Adjust your blanket. Have your support under the head, and then extend the bottom leg and bend the top knee. You might have a pillow or a bolster under the top leg. And when you're ready, move your hand down towards your knee, and we're gonna go onto our shoulder circles. So as you inhale, circle your arm. Once it's in line with your ear, you may reach and extend back. And as you exhale, rotate your torso and circle your arm behind you. Inhale, circle. And stretch. And exhale, close. 4 more circles on your own. Maybe repeating your mantra as you breathe in and as you breathe out. If the mantra is not for you, you may hold thoughts of peace and happiness for all beings. You may think, or you may make the intention that your thoughts and actions contribute to that peace and happiness. Those of you who are holding Kumbhaka, be mindful of the pressure you may bring to your eyes, to your temples, high blood pressure, heart condition. Do not bother with Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is the pause at the top of the inhalation, and it's not recommended also if you are pregnant. Or simply if it doesn't feel right, or you have a headache, or your sinuses are blocked. Don't bother with Kumbhaka. It's not worth it. On the last round, find that place that works for you, where the stretch feels just right. It might look the same way it did the other side, but maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. This is just a free stretch. for you to find that muscle, that place that needs extra love and kindness, and breathe. Maybe go back to your mantra for a few moments. 5 breaths here. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu as you inhale and as you exhale. When you finish with your rounds, you're gonna return to center following the breath. And when you get there, you are welcome to bend both knees and have your pillow in between them. Relax. 5 breaths, maybe with your mantra, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Or remember holding thoughts of peace and freedom, happiness and freedom for all beings, including yourself. When you finish with your 5 breaths, return to center to your normal breath. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. Awesome. Move towards the back of your mat. If you have knee concerns, we're going to go onto child's pose. So you are welcome to go on your knees and have a blanket under the knees. You can have the blanket that was folded for your lower back and place it under your feet. And so under the ankles to be exact, so that especially if your feet cramp, this is a nice way just to release them, and you can have the other blanket under the knees. If you're more comfortable with your knees wide, you can do that too. Have your blanket and place your knees on them. Just that extra padding helps. Hinge at the hips, move your body forward. You can rest your forehead on the floor or on your fist, or you can have your prop. Either have it close to your thighs to support your tummy, and you can stack your fist or rest your forehead down. Really, it depends what feels good in your body. You can also have your bolster and put it away from you. Rest your forehead at the edge of the bolster and place your hands by your sides. If you have any knee concerns, instead of going onto our tummy, we're gonna go on our backs. If you have a bolster, actually, I'll show you the right way to go into the bolster, or the safe way. You're gonna bend your knees and go onto your bridge pose. Squeeze your bum, pick up the hips, and pass your pillow or your bolster. Place it under the hips. And once you are here, adjust and bring your knees towards the chest and relax. So you still have that extension of your back. You can have your knees wide apart, your toes touching, like if you were on wide knee child's pose. Just play around with the position. You can use your arms to adjust your body and then release. So each, they're different, but we're still working with our back. And you want to ground yourself, so just really pick the one that works for you today. There's no right or wrong, just look after your knees. And we're gonna stay here for a couple of long, deep breaths. You may return to your mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu as you breathe in and as you breathe out. We're gonna take one more breath here, full deep breath. If you are on your back, bring your feet on the floor and take your bolster out of the way. If you are on your tummy, bring your hands under the shoulders and slowly as you exhale, push yourself up. Move your props out of the way and come down your knees and extend your legs. Those of you on the floor, take your time and meet me on a seated position. Shake the tension off and move your legs side to side. So for the next asana, gather your props. We are going on to a back bend. So we have been working with back bends lately that support your back. And today I want us to go on a gentler version. I'm gonna go sideways so you can see. So if you have a bolster or a pillow, you want to have maybe a blanket under your bolster or under your pillow so it's a little bit in an inclined position. And then go against it, just move slightly away from it and rest back. Now, if this is enough for you to be comfortable, you can stay here. If not, if you need more, you can have that extra blanket and make a noodle and place it at the back of the neck so that it supports the curvature, but make sure it's not pressing your cervical spine. Bend your knees. And allow your feet to go mat width apart. By the way, bring your hands by your sides. And on your next exhalation, let both knees fall towards your left. Make sure that this is not pinching on your right knee. So we're working with the timer. Remember that if this is not comfortable for your knee or for your hip, you don't have to go so deep. You can bring your knees a little higher, or you can allow both knees to meet at the center and relax here. So whichever version works for you, hands by your sides, palms facing up. We're working on opening up the heart center. So Apana Vayu Mudra. Index finger to the base of the thumb, and then remember your thumb touches your middle finger and your ring fingertips. And then your pinky is hanging out. I repeat, index finger, the tip of the index finger goes to the base of the thumb, and then your thumb, the tip of your thumb will touch the tip of your middle finger and your ring finger. Pinky is extended. Palms face up. Breath is flowing. Don't let your mind wander. If you decided to go into this gentle rotation of your hip, you want to make sure that you're rolling the weight onto the edges of your feet. So don't let your foot so flat and try to torque your knee inwards. So let your foot go with the knee. If this is a no for your knees, you can have your knees together and let them fall together to the side if that feels better. You can have a prop if you have extra blanket. You can place it between your knees as well. So really playing around with the position until you find the one that is supportive. Go back to your breath. Maybe go back to your mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Rising and falling. If you feel a torquing sensation, pinching sensation on your knee, give yourself permission to change your position. Don't force it. It's not worth it. Once you adjust, go back to your breath, go back to your mantra. We're gonna take 3 more breaths here, full deep breaths. And very mindfully and with control, bring yourself back to center as you inhale. Knees up, take your time. And as you exhale, heel to your feet closer together. Extend your legs, observe. You may release your mudra for a few moments. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor. Walk your feet apart once again and allow your knees to fall to the right. So once again, watching for that left knee. You're putting a lot of demand on that with that internal rotation. So watch and make sure the knee is okay with that. And maybe returning to Apana Vayu Mudra, index to the base of the thumb. Thumb touches middle finger, ring finger, pinky extends. Remember that Apana Vayu Mudra helps to elongate your exhalation, helping you to cleanse your lungs and also your energetic field. It soothes your body, it helps it to slow down, lowers blood pressure, tones your nervous system, and helps to quiet the mind. If you're doing the mantra, remember the mantra is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. I leave you to it. Adjust when needed. Remember, you can stack your knees and your feet if your left knee is not liking this twist, this hip rotation. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. And when you are ready, very mindfully bring your knees back up. Move onto your favorite side and down your bolster. Take a few moments and watch your breath. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. And we're gonna gather our props to sit up tall, so you can sit on your pillow, you can sit on your bolster, on your blankets to tilt your pelvis. Remember, you can use your props to support your knees as well. And we're gonna do a meditation, a mantra meditation. So remember, this is not something that you wouldn't worry about how you sound. So I keep telling myself. And so this is so this mantra that we have been practicing on today, it's once again to bring peace and happiness to all beings, including ourselves. And so if you want to sit on your mat, on your Sukhasana, if your knees or your hips are not up for sitting up, you're welcome to go down and lay on your Shavasana. It's fine. Or find another pose that will work for you. So we're going to do 108 repetitions of this mantra. And we're going to go a little fast. So if you want to read it, you are welcome to read it. I posted it on the video. And if you want to close your eyes and repeat in your mind along with me, you can do that. Really is whatever works, no right or wrong. Make sure that it works for you. So we're going to take a couple of long, deep breaths. So when you're ready, sit up tall, draw your navel gently in, roll your shoulders back and down, and slightly tuck your chin onto your chest, just a little bit. And breathe in deeply. And just reminding you that this mudra means that may all beings be happy and free, and may my thoughts and actions contribute to that peace and happiness, that freedom and happiness. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Loka samasta sukino 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 bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino 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 bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathing in. Breathing out. Notice your energy, notice your breath. And when you are ready, find your way onto your back, lay down on your Shavasana. And once you lay on your back, you can draw your shoulder blades together, release them down. You may squeeze your bum and tuck your tailbone. You can also have your bolster or your pillow under your legs. Rising and falling. And just for the last few breaths, you don't need to control it, just observe it. Remember that you can always stay longer on your Shavasana, laying down on your back. You can pause the video and seal our practice together when you are ready. Otherwise, take 3 more breaths here, rising and falling. And on your next inhalation, wiggle your toes and fingers. Move your feet side to side. Stretch your arms overhead and tense every muscle from toes to fists. Prune face and squeeze and stretch side out. Again, breathe in, stretch and tense and squeeze from toes to fists. Side out. Last one, make it count. Breathe in from toes to fist. Engage every corner of your body. Squeeze, stretch, tight, tight, tight. All tensions, worries, and stresses go to the hands. And exhale, relax. You may hug your knees and rock side to side, or if there is any other stretch you need, please go for it now. Move on to your favorite side. And taking a few moments to check in with your body, scan it from bottom to top. Notice your heartbeat, notice your breath. You're gonna use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. Sit up tall. You can sit on your props once again. Bring your hands together at a heart center, Namaste position. Relax your jaw, your face. We're going to seal our practice with Om. One breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to Om. Observe. Rub your hands together. Instead of Mukula Mudra for now, we're going to bring our hands to the Anahata Chakra, the heart center. So at the center of the chest, at a heart level, hand on top of the other. Inhale through your nostrils, expand. Side out. Again, inhale deeply. Side out. Last one, inhale. Let all tension out. Tuck your chin onto your chest. Blink your eyes open. You may bring your gaze forward. Rub your hands together once again, building your own good vibes. And then shower yourself with those all over you. And shake off whatever tensions and stresses you carry around. You don't need it anymore. Just leave them behind. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me in practice today. See you tomorrow. Namaste.